Kenilworth racing on this Monday. We've got a nice 8-race program for you. It's brought to you by GGGaming. Let's go straight into the first race, which is the Welcome to Cape Racing Juvenile Plate over 1,200 metres. Here I'm going to go with a horse which I do think is going to be my best bet on the card as well. So we can get in early and really get some cash to maybe play some exotics as well. I'm going with number 2, Barcelona. Great to have Grant van Niekerk back on board, this fella, and I think he's going to run really, really well. He does look to have the beating of this field, and I see that Greg Sheen rides the other companion, the stable companion, number 1, African Rain. I'm going to tip that for second, and for third I'm going to go with number 3, Intrepid. But best bet, and a reminder, GGGaming offer a double stretch on our best bets and our best value bets that we offer on this preview. So let's go straight into our best bet, race number 1. It is number 2, Barcelona. Let's move on to race number 2. This is the tabonline.co.za. It's a juvenile plate, this time for fillies. They're going 1,200 metres. Again, we're going to start with number 2. That's Santa Maria. She won her last start, and that form on has been franked. It's certainly been franked in a big way, and I think that she could take a power of beating here too. For second, I'm going to go with number 1, Bye Bye Bombshell, also won on debut, but drifted out in the market on that occasion. There wasn't too much betting support, and that's why I might just be siding with Santa Maria to get the beating of Bye Bye Bombshell. For third, I'm going to go with number 3 again, Giveny. This was a good debut for her, and I think there is more to come. Does look to be quite progressive as well. So 2, 1, 3, the selections for race number 2. Let's move on to the third race. Now, this is probably the toughest race on the card, and really you can make a case for each and every runner that's accepted. It is a Pinnacle Stakes. It's over 1,200 metres as well, and I'm going to go tentatively with number 5, Constable. Consistent horse, has been running at feature level as well, but as I said, you could actually make a case for each and every runner, so these aren't strong selections. For second, I'm going to go with the 7, World's Your Oyster, another tough, good, solid sprinting campaigner, and he's always pretty genuine. He always tries his hardest, so he warrants respect for that second berth. And then for third, I'm going to go with the 4 horse, Pretty Young Thing. She likes to race fresh. That is in her favour. But again, wide open. For me, for the exotics, you can go as wide as you can in probably a field race. Moving on to race number 4. This is the caperacing.co.za, a maiden handicap over 1,400 metres. There's one scratching here. You can take out number 6, Secret Lizard. That's not going to be lining up. And that leaves you with a smallish field of 5 runners. And here I'm going to go with number 1 to win it. Picture the moment. It's run second its last 3 starts, ultra consistent, and really is overdue to get out of the maiden ranks, and this looks a real ideal opportunity to do just that. For second, I'm going to go with the 4, Jack the Jet Setter. It's been a bit unlucky. It's got a couple of excuses. If everything goes according to plan, can certainly make the frame. And then for third, I'm going with the 2, West Coast Pirate. Also, in this type of company with a smallish field, should be good enough to finish in that third place. Race number 4, 1, 4 and 2, the selections. Right, moving on to race number 5. This is the Computer Form Online and Merit Rated 80. This is a handicap over 1,100 metres. And here you've got to go with the ever-consistent Bernie. He's number 2 on the card here. He doesn't know how to run a bad race. He gives of his best each and every time. And once again, I think he's found a race here that he certainly looks to be above the field. So I'm going to go with him quite strongly. He does look the one to beat, and that's going to be Bernie to land race number 5. For second, I'm going to go with number 4, Moon Rock. Very fast, could get away, but I do think Bernie's got enough clout and enough class to run on by. And then for third, I'm going with the 7, West Coast Wonder. Richard Free won on him last time out, retains the ride, and I think he's going to be pretty keen to try and get back into that winner's enclosure again. But 2, 4 and 7, Bernie, a nice opportunity and probably worth a bet. Moving on to race number 6. This is the Racing Association Merit Rated 74. It's a divided handicap, and this time they're going 2,000 metres. And herewith comes my best value bet. I'm going pretty strong with the Brett Crawford runner here. That's number 4, Halloween. She's been maturing. She's a daughter of Silvana, and she's going to be getting stronger and stronger each and every time she's come to the racecourse. She's lightly raced, and she has got the beating of this field. She's met a couple of them before, and she does appear to be the most progressive. So 4, Halloween comes in as the best value. And once again, double the odds, double the stretch you get with GGGaming when you bet with them and open an account for this preview. For second, I'm going to go with number 1, Fane Boss. Also a consistent type, dropped in class a little bit here and can make the frame as well. Another one that you've got to certainly respect. And then you go for the third placing, number 2, Helen's Blush. Well, she definitely drops in class. She was in the feature race last time out, and this is more like her type of company. Her and Halloween have met a couple of times before. There's not much separating the two of them, but I do think certainly Halloween has more progression to make. Selections then, race number 6, 4, 1 and 2. Race number 7 is the World Sports Betting All to Come, a merit rate 77. This is a handicap, again, over 1,800 metres. And here I'm going to go with number 1, Gallic Tribe. I think his prep's gone well. This is his peak run, his third run after a layoff, and work back home has been pretty solid. Expecting a bold showing from the 1, Gallic Tribe. For second, I'm going to go with number 2, Kariba Hall. He's another solid performer, and I'm sure he's going to be right at his best there from the Canamayo yard. He definitely warrants respect, and you can make a case for him finishing in the top 3. For third, I'm going to go with number 3, One Way Traffic. He seems to be improving, he seems to be getting better and learning about his trade, and again, he looks set to be able to complete that trifecta. 1, 2 and 3, numerical order for our selections, race number 7. Well, let's move on to the 8th and final race here at Kenilworth in our GGGaming preview. Another open contest here, and if you're taking a pick 6, I'd once again suggest that you go as wide as possible. I'm going to go with number 3, So Flawless, progressive type of horse, and also one that looks to be pretty consistent, and I think she'll be really ready for this type of run. I do think that this is a horse that you might want to take some cognizance of in terms of just watch where she runs. I think she's got some nice improvement to come. For second, I'm going to go with 6, Lilac Sensation, another one that's going about it the right way. She's maturing all the time, she looks progressive, she's got plenty of scope, and she could be the biggest danger. For third, I'm going to go with number 1, Heaven's Embrace. This is her peak run. She's been rested coming off those runs, and she has shown some glimpses of some nice form. Again, I can make a case for her finishing amongst them. She does look to be quite nicely in here in these type of conditions. So for me, 3, 6 and 1, but in terms of the exotics, you want to probably go a little bit wider than that too. All right, let's move on to our exotics and our daily place accumulator for GGGaming preview. And here I'm going to go with 1 and 2 in the first leg, by 4, 5 and 7, by 1 and 4, by banker 2, by banker 4, by 1 and 2, by 1, 3 and 6. 1 and 2, by 4, 5, 7, by 1 and 4, by banker 2, by banker 4, by 1 and 2, by 1, 3 and 6. That's the place accumulator suggestion. We move on to our pick 6 suggestion. Here we're going to start with the field. We said it was wide open, taking no chances there at all. Field for the first leg by 1, 2 and 4, by 2, 3, 4 and 7, by banker 4 Halloween, by 1, 2 and 3, and the final leg again going quite wide, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. Those are your exotics for our Monday race meeting out at Kenilworth. We look forward to hosting you there. This preview was brought to you by GGGaming.